Been watching CNBC. I mean, I just got up a minute ago. Told you I added it yesterday. I was kind of curious. I woke up during the night and I could start with politics. That's why you don't watch the news. But I saw about Trump telling he's gonna fire a Fed governor. Or she should quit, or she said he has no right to fire her. And I was kind of curious what they were talking about that. I mean, he's got a lot of moxie, I'll say that Donald Trump. He's not afraid to overstep his bounds. I mean, he's got pretty big bounds as president, but there's supposed to be a limit on it a little bit. Let me fold up this Bears blanket in my Green Bay Packer sweatshirt I'm wearing. Good morning, Fred Hinkle. How are you? Oh, work last night. It's a good day, but I'm just telling you, it was my 7th day in a row at work, and I was tired, or I am tired, and I'm golfing with a buddy today, and this is talk about first world problems. I kind of wish I had just a day to do nothing instead of golfing this morning. Sounds tiring right now. I mean, I'll get my juices flowing. I think what used to really motivate the crud out of me to golf was drinking alcohol, pretty much for sure. Because now, I stopped drinking just about 4 years ago. You know, golf's kind of fun if you're hitting it well. But when you're drinking, it's like a party out on the on a beautiful day. Changes your attitude about it a little bit. Makes it seem extra special fun. And I don't think it's really the golf, I just think it's the drinking. Which would be fine. But then you drink too much, drive too much, spend too much, feel crappy too much. So I don't want to do that again, just to make golf more fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, my coffee just finished. Let's go get a cup. Where am I going to do my show today? Maybe I should do my show right here. Maybe I should do my show right there. Just kind of sit. Because otherwise I'm blared in the sun. Well, we'll see. Good morning, Matiko. How are you? Oh, yeah. It's a nice pot of pumpkin spice. Maybe we'll start over here. That seems like the business section area. Maybe I shouldn't even have CNBC on. Maybe I should cancel my subscription. What do you guys think? I don't like the feeling I have with CNBC on. Look at my face. Look at my face. All right, I'm gonna go get my water. Well, you can come with me. That's the beauty of the gimbal. I'm gonna turn it off though. It's nice having a quiet morning. I mean, what's the first thing I brought up with you guys was Trump firing a Fed governor. How relaxing is that? Is that the way you want to start your day? No, that's not the way we want to start our day here in Appleton, Wisconsin, this little bit of paradise where I live. We want to start with a nice cup of coffee. Somebody's saying that they love my Packer shirt. Well, first of all, the Bears blanket was given to me by my daughter. Secondly, I'm not really a Packer fan. I had a work function where I think it was most appropriate to wear Packers gear. So I went and got this at Walmart the other day. I must say I kind of like it. I was planning just to get a t-shirt. But I don't know how often I'd wear a Packers t-shirt. I kind of like these things, these long sleeve things for a nice kind of late summer, early fall day, like today, where it's like 60 degrees and you need a little bit more than a t-shirt. Plus, this is just, I look just so stylish in green. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? How many job interviews have I had through my entire life? I don't know. Well, a bunch, probably. I don't know. I feel fully comfortable on a job interview. Some people laugh at it and say, oh, you can't get a job. I don't know that I wanted the jobs that I didn't get. I think they were jobs I was told I should apply for. I mean, it's funny, I just posted a video last night about Restore. The one job I kind of wanted in January, but I think it didn't work out for a reason, was an assistant manager job at a Restore in Naperville. Had I gotten it, I wouldn't be in Appleton, Wisconsin. I'd probably still be in a whole world of trouble financially. And so I think things happen for a reason. It seemed appealing at the time, but I don't know if it would have been satisfying for me very long term. So I've been on a whole bunch of interviews in my life. But anyway, good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Tuesday morning, it's 7:29 a.m. It is, it's Tuesday, right? Yeah. August 26th. Happy Tuesday. This is a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life. Kind of sharing the adventure of one man as he travels down his path. Do I live alone at my home? I do live alone at my home. It's an apartment. It's a one-bedroom apartment. I'll give you a scan. I'm not probably going to get up, but this is pretty much the gist of my apartment with some big windows behind me. I don't know if you can see the windows over there. It's a cool brick wall. View of Appleton. Yeah, I live alone here. It's almost really nice. I mean, I miss my kids. I'll get my kids in a couple days, but I don't know. I'm twice divorced. Do I want a partner, a woman, girlfriend, wife? Ooh. I don't know that I do. I don't know that I do. Yeah, no, it's a lot of space. It's beautiful. I mean, it's a great one-bedroom apartment. I can't tell you how pleased I am with it. I thought about going to a slightly bigger one in this building, but for my kids when they come. But I'd be worried I'd lose some coolness of this place. It just seems so perfect for me right now. Manageable and clean, and bedroom, nice sized bathroom, laundry in the bathroom, or not laundry in the bathroom, a laundry room in the apartment. Yeah. But anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, it's a show about me walking on my path, but enough about that. For those that have been watching a while, good morning, Corey. Hello, Grind. Let's see. Okay, slow down. I gotta get my intro. I'm sleepy. And part of my intro is drinking coffee. I well-designed my intro so I could drink my coffee. Good morning, Cleo. I did not eat anything. I just got out of bed, made my bed, watched a little CNBC, made the coffee, went to the bathroom, and started talking live. I haven't had time to eat anything. It's not what I do. I eat after I talk to you fine folk. And I'm worried. I'm out of fruit. I got a bag of apples the other day, and it was all horrible. They went bad right away. Half of them were mushy. It was gross. Some of them were good, but too many of them were mushy and rotting that I threw out the bag. That's twice now, or 3 times now I bought bags of apples. No good. I might have to start buying apples like I buy peaches and stuff, one at a time. Because I'm not trusting these bags. I am not trusting these bags of apples. You know what I mean? They're not working out for me. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it is not just a show about me talking. You know it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I'm excited to have my first sip. I'll tell you, let you know a little secret. It's the pumpkin spice by Starbucks. I can smell it. Plus, I made it, so I know. But anyway, my hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Maybe caffeine is a serious drug, because that feels like I took a good hit of coffee right there. That wasn't a sip, that was a hit. I'm gonna have another hit of coffee. And again, on that first one, I kid you not, maybe it is more of a drug than I knew. I mean, maybe I'm okay with it, but I almost feel it goes, and all my little capillaries are going, It's what we've been waiting for. Why'd you wait so long? Why did you do such a long introduction and not get right into the coffee? Get right into the coffee. Grind says coffee is a good addiction because you could be smoking or doing drugs. Well, it's certainly healthy. I don't see any negative effects of coffee at all. Let's see. I don't know who Raja Jackson is, so I have no thoughts on Raja Jackson's situation. Good morning, Opal. How are you doing this day? Oh, let me have another sip. Oh, we got a glorious audience out the back. We're a little lame with our thumbs up. I like more thumbs up for the hard work I'm doing in front of you today. We got 43 people watching, which I like. Although I strive to have more than 100. So if you can all tell your friends that we're having some coffee over here. I'm in Appleton, Wisconsin. You and your friends are wherever you are. And increase the viralness or the virality of the show and have it explode and be a super huge mega content creation success that we all know it's going to be. Oh, good morning from St. Louis, Alley Cat. How are you? Who do I think will win the NFC North? Again, just because the Bears. I think the Bears are going to win the NFC North. That's right. I think the Chicago Bears are going to win. I think the NFC North is pretty competitive. But I'm a Bears fan, despite my Green Bay Packer gear. The nice thing is, now that I live up by Green Bay, I can switch my allegiance back and forth as I choose, or as their records or success or failure would lead me to. I haven't even been to Green Bay. I think it's like 30 miles north of here. I would like to go. And perhaps I wasn't golfing today on my first day off. Again, I'm playing with this young whippersnapper who hits the crap out of the ball and is a far better golfer than me, but he gets angry and doesn't know how to putt very well. I mean, he thinks he knows how to putt well. He thinks he's a good golfer, and he is, because he can crush the ball. But my wisdom around the course and on the green is just, it's comical. I mean, if I hit the ball like he did, I'd be shooting mid to low 70s, I think. Not that my putting's that great, but I just kind of know how to do it to not be stupid. I know how to try not to three-putt every green. He does not seem to understand that three-putts every green do not help your score. Good morning from Palm Bay, Florida. I'm doing well. You're feeling the love when it comes to the NFC. I don't know what you mean by that. Hello, JV Joe. Thank you for joining. Oh. So yeah, my biggest challenge today is golfing. I mean, that's probably a pretty good day looking ahead. Oh, I joined a gym yesterday. I got a good night's sleep. Since you've been watching the show, I'm sure you've all been watching it 6+ years since I've been going live. But anyway, I moved into this building in March, and they have a little workout area in the basement, and I was working out there, but it was feeling kind of drudgery to me. Doing the same kind of workout with dumbbells. Yeah, you can do it. Yes, these are sort of excuses, but I don't need to make an excuse. I wasn't really enjoying it, and I didn't really want to go. So yesterday I went on a long walk, and I crossed the Fox River Bridge over there, which is quite a big bridge, by the way. For anyone that doesn't know where I'm at, there's a really big river that comes right by my house. And I walked across it and started walking back. Came across some really cool looking apartment building. It used to be a paper mill, I believe, right on the Fox River, just immediately south of town, right on the other side of town from where I live. And it looked really cool, lofts and right on the river and balconies overlooking the river, and I bet it'd be just beautiful. And I went in there to inquire, just to see, in a really, really cool building. And I might look back again. I mean, I love my apartment now, though. But it's kind of fun to check out other things. I was a realtor after all. But anyway, I continued my walk and came across the YMCA, which is probably like 3 or 4 blocks that way. And went in, because it was a beautiful day. Got a tour, asked how much it was, and signed up. I didn't work out at the time. I came home, went to work, went to sleep, woke up a little bit ago, would like to go work out today. I mean, what the hell? What's the point of joining a gym if you don't go work out in the first 2 days? But either way, I'm golfing, so I'm not going. But I'm excited. They have yoga classes. They have like a steam room and a hot tub and free weights and basketball court and swimming pools. Not that I'm going to use the basketball court or swimming pools a heck of a lot. But I think for me, especially living here in a place where I don't know any people, the social aspect of going to the gym is important. Right now I get most of my social life comes from work. And I think it'll be nice for me to have a place to go and, I don't know, get a workout in, maybe meet some people and enjoy that for a while. We'll see how it goes. You joined the gym yesterday as well, Opal. Well, way to go. Are you working today? Or are you golfing today? Or are you going to go to the gym? Are you just going to be like me? You join it just to wave your gym membership around as if. Actually, what's nice about this gym and other gyms, I haven't seen the hot tub or the steam room or whatever. Sometimes just going to the gym, even if you don't work out, as silly as that sounds, feels like something. And what I find is, like, I might want to go to the gym and I say, okay, well, I'm just going to go and, I don't know, shower in their locker room and sit in the steam room for 5 minutes. And then when I'm there, I decide to lift a few weights, and then I lift a few more, and then I end up feeling good. Oh. We have a guy named Detroit Lions Lover who seems very excited about me wearing my Green Bay Packer jersey. It's kind of fun to be causing some friction, not even wearing the team I root for's jersey. Like, I'm just causing trouble now. I'm looking for a little easy love from you Packer fans, hoping Brett Favre is sitting somewhere, flipping through his YouTube. This is Brett Favre, sitting in Mississippi or wherever he's from. And then he comes across me, a bald man wearing a Green Bay Packer shirt, and he goes, hey, I might stop in here. I might check this guy out and see what he has to say. So yeah. Arnie Slot. I don't know who Arnie Slot is. I know he must be a good-looking, middle-aged, white, bald man because I hear his name thrown out a lot. I think I had a woman in real life say, do you know, you look like Bruce Willis yesterday. Usually just comes from my show. I go, oh, I've heard that before, man. Yeah. Oh. But anyway, it's Tuesday morning. Oh, he's the manager of Liverpool. Yeah. Does anyone know the video I'm talking about? I think it was a Real Madrid or one of those teams. And there was some video that they posted where a guy took a shot on goal and it went over the net and into the audience, and there was a bald guy, like, looked apparently like me, that headbutted the ball in the stands. And they got a close-up of him. And I had people commenting on my page that, am I the guy from, I think it was a Manchester United. And again, I'm not a soccer fan or a football fan or whatever you guys want to call it. Other than I know a little bit, just because I'm not a darn fool. But either way, I got some love just from that video being posted to the, like, I think it was a Manchester United Instagram page or something like that. I don't know. It was not Mr. Clean. I think he had a black outfit on. Mr. Clean doesn't wear black. But yes, it did happen. What do I do for work? Zigzag. Wait, is Zigzag, are those the papers you buy when you smoke? Is that what Zigzag is, or is that surfboard wax? What brand is Zigzag? I think it's smoking papers. Well, thank you, Tanya Flanagan. That Ken Tracy must be a handsome fella. Very charming. Love pumpkin pie. Oh my goodness. I haven't yet bought a pumpkin pie this year. I've gone by them in the store. I almost want to join Costco just for their monstrous sized pumpkin pies that they sell for like $4.99 or $5.99. And get 2 big vats of whipped cream and like eat myself to death in the apartment. Get like 20 of them and gain so much weight that they're gonna have to come with chainsaws to remove my body after I died from overconsumption of pumpkin pie and whipped cream. That's how good it is. Football is the most beautiful sport in the world, by the way. Okay. I'm assuming you mean football, which we would call soccer here in America. It's kind of confusing. Maybe if I just called, for my international audience, if I called American football, and then I could call your sport football, but that would be hard for me to do. But I could see it, and I don't understand the nuances of the game as much as I should. Not as I should, but I just don't fully appreciate. I'm gonna just call it soccer, so let's deal with it. But I don't fully appreciate soccer because I don't understand, again, the nuances of a game and how it's like a chess piece moving the pieces around a little bit. And for me, it kind of just looks back and forth. And I feel the same way about hockey. I don't really get it. I watch it, and then all of a sudden the puck falls in the net. But I think there's more to it than I know. For me, it almost just seems like an accident that they're running around or skating around for 40 minutes, and then all of a sudden the puck goes in the net or the ball goes in the net, and then the other team wins. So I don't get it really. But I know there's a lot more to it, and it must be good. Hey, His and Her Landscaping is on. Where have you been, His and Her Landscaping? I was editing a video yesterday and I heard your name come up. Nice to have you back. I hear soccer is the biggest sport in the world. I was in a bar the other day and they have a lot of weird sports right now. I believe it's professional pillow fighting. And I think there might be slap fighting. And there was one, it was a soccer match that I think had 4 teams going at the same time. And it was played on like a round field. And there were 4 nets. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Or has anyone ever seen it? I've only seen it the once. But I believe there was 4 nets on a circle field, and there must have been 4 teams. Maybe I was hallucinating, but I do not think that I was hallucinating. Maybe you haven't seen it. I think we just have so many channels, they have time to put all sorts of sports. Like you'll see darts or bags being played, you know. Used to just be like bowling that would be a sport you'd see on TV on Saturday mornings and you'd still go, wow, that's hardly a sport. But now we have so many channels I think there's a pickleball channel. My buddy used to watch it. He had like favorites of pickleball. To be honest, I'm not sure pickleball is really a sport. Somebody said there's a video called The Beauty of Football that will make you understand why it is the biggest sport in the world. It would make me understand it if I watched that video. And honestly, I just don't see me doing it. I mean, I love the passion of the fans. I love that they care so much. I mean, personally, I don't care so much about sports anymore. Again, I'm up here in Wisconsin. I'm asked almost every day if I'm a Cubs fan or a Bears fan. And I used to be a crazy Cubs fan and a crazy Bears fan and not miss a second of anything But now I go, eh. Good morning, Teeter. Teeter's turning on. She's getting her boots on. Her boots are made for stomping. She's stomping on some rattlers. Oh, where's the baby rattlers? They're the most fun to squish. I like how Teeter, who's from Montana, I give her a southern accent. Do all cowboys or cowgirls in Teeter's case, even if they're from Montana, which is the farthest north state, basically, at least it's on the Canadian border, do they have southern accents just because they're cow girls and boys? Oh, you're from Texas originally. What do Texans feel about Montanans? I've often said Montana is Texas to the north. Kind of barren. Some big cities. Getting expensive, kind of popular. Cowboys, probably cows. Rattlesnakes. It's almost the same. I think Montana's probably a little further west, but maybe if you shot Texas straight north, I'm sure it would touch part of Montana, wouldn't it? Yeah, the mountains are beautiful there. Again, I think I could have settled down in Bozeman, Montana, and had a good life there. Although it's so darn expensive, and at the time I was waiting tables, and the minimum rent for a one bedroom was roughly $2,000 a month in Bozeman, Montana, ish. I mean, that's not totally true, but kind of true. I think it's important for me to feel proud about my home, and I feel fortunate that I found a home that I'm sitting in right now that I'm proud of, that looks nice. It's funny because I say that I've had some very nice homes, but I've also lived in my car for periods of time. But either way, I wouldn't feel great. I mean, people were throwing out suggestions left and right, getting a room to rent or having a roommate. You know, the thought of living in somebody else's house gives me the creeps a little bit. Look at Arian Brown is asking a very fancy question. Is economics downstream of policy, or is policy downstream of economics? Well, I don't think you can create policy without some, almost they seem like they go hand in hand. Because economics is kind of and I'm not an expert in this at all, but kind of a theoretical view on how the markets and the economy go. If you mean the economy is downstream of policy, or is policy downstream, I don't know if you know what I'm saying. The economy is different than the economics. Economics is kind of the study of financial stuff, but it's also theoretical, and it's not all black and white. I don't know if that makes any sense. I guess my best answer would be I don't know the answer to your question, but I appreciate it anyway. What do I think about canned coffee? The only thing I can think about canned coffee, and again, I'm twice divorced. I had a can of Folgers. It wasn't a can of Folgers, but it was a good old steel can. And it was my I think I called it a screw jar, even though it was a can, so it was a misnomer. And you know how you open up packages and you have extra screws or extra nails or tacks or just all those little tiny metal things that you don't know what to do. I would throw it in my Folgers can, and I lost that in my second divorce. So outside of that, I don't really think anything about canned coffee. I don't have any. I drink it, but I buy it by the bag, and I have several bags here. What issue are we solving today? Well, I think the most important issue for us all to work at is a little inner peace. And I think if we focused on a little inner peace, and however we attained that inner peace, the world would become a better place. I think really the world is as we see it individually. Again, I don't think anything's really black and white. I think our thoughts determine our reality to the point, if you, for instance, if you hate Trump politically, you're gonna probably think the economy's going down the toilet. And if you love Trump, you're gonna see positive signs, and the world is gonna be in a more positive state because of it. And that goes for every aspect of our lives. I seem like a real chill guy. Well, I certainly am right now, but I'm almost half asleep with you guys, which means I'm half awake. I'm not too, I've got opinions, but I think my opinions are pretty middle of the road. I alienate the heck out of the left because I voted for Trump. I'll say it again. I voted for Trump. I don't think he should be firing. I don't think he should be dictating what the Fed does, or I think he's a little crazy. But at least he's interesting crazy, and he's different, and I kind of was drawn to him for his difference. I get in trouble with it. I'll tell you what, the Democratic Party is to blame for Trump being in office right now. A lot of liberal, crazy Democrats will hop on my thing and call me all sorts of names because I say I voted for Trump. I'm saying, look in the mirror. Get a real candidate. Don't give I was either going to vote for Trump or Joe Biden, or Trump or Kamala Harris. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris were not even slightly presidential material. And if you're not going to give me and you could argue that President Trump isn't, but honestly, I think the Democratic Party blew an opportunity to do some big things if you believe in democratic policy, because they went so crazy far to the left and would beat a guy like me up who's middle of the road, and if I said anything, I'd be called white privilege, or, I think the left got so far left that they became racist and a hate group. And they hated white men. They did. And I think it's disgusting. And as a straight white man, I had a less of a chance to get a job than any other thing. And if I spoke out, it was because I had white privilege. So they tried to silence me. And I just found that offensive as hell and didn't give me any choice but to vote for Trump. So they lost the election, and it's the Democrats' fault because they nominated Joe Biden, who was totally not mentally capable of being president. Shame on you, Democratic Party. You knew it. You didn't care. You thought he could win, and so you nominated him. And then you filled him in with Kamala, who's ridiculous as well. Oh, where did I speak out that affected my job status? Well, I'm telling you, I know when it came to applying for jobs 5 years ago, I would have been better off not looking like me. When I worked at Target, I never would have said I voted for Trump. There's no doubt about it. This is not a debate. This is just truth. If the Democrats are mad at Trump, they should have put in somebody there that wasn't so far, that either A, had his cognitive abilities, or B, wasn't only put there because of her racial makeup. And that's why Kamala was there, because she was a black woman or something. And it was so, they were so proud of their diversity that that was the ultimate issue in determining their candidates. And I just think that's offensive. You know, if your number one issue is diversity over excellence, I don't think that's what the United States should be about. I don't want to hold anybody back because they're black or green or woman or trans or anything, but to pick somebody because they're check some box and give you a tax break and is ridiculous. Is ridiculous. What do I think about Trump rescheduling marijuana? I don't know what that means. What is rescheduling? You mean changing it from a whatever it was, a class A drug equivalent to like heroin and stuff? Marijuana is not like heroin. I mean, I've never done heroin. But is that what you mean when you say rescheduling marijuana? Oh, well, okay, first of all, I used to smoke pot every day, and I don't think it's just some harmless drug or medicine. I don't think it helps with your anxiety. I think it makes you stoned. And because you're stoned, you're less anxious, but you are, it wasn't good for me. I don't care if you guys smoke. I don't care if you smoke, if you feel good about it. But I know most people that smoke pot, I think, don't feel good about it. And most people want to quit, but they think they can't with alcohol. Or excuse me, with marijuana and alcohol. But it's certainly not a drug equivalent to heroin. So if they wanted to reschedule it, I don't think it should be sold. I don't like the ease with which it is to acquire pot now. I'm hoping it works itself out. I don't think it is a benevolent drug necessarily. But to classify it as a dangerous drug like, I don't know, heroin or something seems kind of silly as well. Should drugs be commercialized? You mean like marijuana sold at Walgreens? I don't think so. And I struggle with this issue because, again, I'm less government generally in my beliefs. And I don't want alcohol made illegal, but I think alcohol is very bad for you. And when I was still drinking, I used to think alcohol was a party juice and just something that, you know, you have and have a good time with. But near the end of my drinking, I started to realize that it was kind of a dangerous drug. And I'd walk into Walgreens to buy my 12-pack of Heineken, and I felt like I was going to a drug dealer. So I struggle with it. I don't want prohibition, really. But I also at least I want to have a voice on what I perceive as the dangers of alcohol or marijuana. And I do, and I'm using it here, and I don't really care if anybody likes it or not. And with politics, it's so nice because I was a realtor for 17 years and I couldn't say a dang thing. But then come 2000 when COVID hit and they shut down the world, my ex-wife and I were realtors at the time, and we were vocal and wanting to keep the schools open, and that just caused so much friction and hostility and yuckiness And it ended up leading me out of real estate, which is a good thing. Because now I get to say whatever the heck I want. And I think it's a voice that needs heard. Like tobacco, alcohol, marijuana, isn't it the commercialization of addiction? I don't really know what that means. Good morning, David Perez. How are you today? Oh, that's so nice. David Perez, I'm enjoying some pumpkin spice. I was thinking about calling you the other day, David. Oh yeah, I'm enjoying the coffee. Well, hell, it's the pumpkin spice. It is the pumpkin spice, and it's tasty. Oh, that's nice too. So it's Tuesday morning. Just worked. David, I worked 7 days in a row. Got the day off today, and a buddy up here wants to go golfing, David. So I'm going golfing. To be honest, I'd probably rather lounge around and maybe go to the gym and have an easy workout. But he's heading off in the next couple weeks, and I beat him the first 2 times we played, and he wants one more crack at me. The commercialization of addiction is being able to sell products that are patently addictive. Oh, well, again, I just don't like even the word being able to, because I don't want the government coming in and saying you can't sell cigarettes, alcohol, sugar, coffee. I don't want the government being that involved, that far up our ass, if you will, and deciding what we can and can't consume, really. So I prefer smaller government. Oh, it's so nice. That is so nice. Did I know that NASA has a larger movie studio than all of Hollywood? No. 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 Somebody said you can't have smaller government. It's not happening. Only choice is to control government. You can't have smaller government. Well, I mean, I think we might be, I guess I don't know what your definition of controlling government, to enforce our needs. They are predicting, well, Hungry said they are predicting. I'm wondering who they are predicting by 2030 there would be huge economic change. People would have a hard time buying a house. There wouldn't be middle class. Yeah, but they were predicting that California would fall into the ocean. And they were predicting that sea levels would rise, and I don't know. Who the hell's they? Who the hell is they? I don't trust they. The US government isn't getting smaller anytime soon. You can be in power or have your enemies in power. Huh. Well, when I say smaller government, I guess I'm not talking about their budget or even their number of employees. I'm talking about just less up our asses. And if they're going to enforce law or put laws on everything, I think we need some laws. We obviously need some laws, but I generally don't like them. Hungry Kitty said, by they, you mean experts. Who are the experts? Who are the experts? The scientists? The economists? For every scientist that predicts something, you can find 5 that predict the opposite effect. And same thing is true with economists. They do. They're good at talking and researching and predicting, but it doesn't mean they're right. Somebody said, personal use and medical use is what I want. You can grow your own, but people shouldn't be able to sell a product that is patently addictive. I don't even know if I care if people can sell it. Like I don't want to have to distill my own alcohol if I want to drink. I want to be able to go buy some. I don't think all bars should be shut down. So I don't know. Again, I struggle with that. Play Roblox. Hungry Kitty is telling me to buy Bitcoin. No, I don't care about Bitcoin. I think it's a scam, but I don't even care. Why should I buy Bitcoin? Government is only going to be more intrusive with advancing technology. Less invasive government isn't an offer. I don't know what that means. Doesn't mean we can't strive for it or hope for it or lobby for it. So I don't believe what you're saying. JV Joe said alcohol consumption is down. Is it? Yeah, that's cool if it is. It does seem like it's down. I think people take drinking and driving a lot more seriously than they used to. And sometimes I wonder if it's just my perception. Because I don't drink anymore, so I assume other people don't. But it does seem like alcohol consumption is down, and when I waited tables, people were more careful than I was when I was younger and was ordering drinks because they had to drive. And I had people say, no, I'll have an iced tea, I'm driving. If I was driving, that meant I'd try and limit it to beer an hour or so. Hungry Kitty, you're just talking about a lot of stuff that I don't really care a whole hell of a lot about. No offense to you, Hungry Kitty. It's cool if you care about it, but all your talk about decentralized and where your money's being invested, to me, it's just not something I feel passionate about right now. I'm not saying you're wrong to be passionate about it. But yeah, I think Bitcoin's eventually just going to go away. Let's see. Somebody says drinking is down because of expensive economy promotion of marijuana and the youth being heavily online. They don't have house parties. Well, I don't know if it's just that. I think drinking is probably down. I think drinking is probably down because, again, like I said, I worked as a waiter and I'd have people often tell me, no, I'll have an iced tea or I'll only have one or whatever. And maybe I was just an easy sale when it came to alcohol. But I was not one to be so careful. So I'm impressed, even up here in Wisconsin, that it seems like people are being more careful when it comes to drinking. Somebody asked, what about the layoffs? What do you mean when you say, what about the layoffs? I don't know what you mean. What about the layoffs? Talk about the layoffs. I don't know what you mean by that either. You got to give me more to talk about than talking about the layoffs. Who knows what I might end up talking about with just that. What do you mean the layoffs? You mean like AI booting people out of their job, or some specific company laying off people? You know, what are you talking about? Who asked me that? Hungry Kitty said, China and India are going to be the richest countries in the world. Oh, all kinds of people getting laid off. So you just want me to talk about layoffs? I don't know. Is the unemployment rate any higher than it was 5 or 10 or 50 years ago? Are all kinds of people getting laid off? You know, I will read about people being laid off, but again, I think negative news sells. So when they talk about people getting laid off, or when there's a news story out there about Walmart cutting 10% of their workforce, and I'm just making that up, it's news. So you hear about it. I don't know. Okay, you got laid off. Is the unemployment rate higher than it was any time ever? Is the unemployment rate even slightly high right now? Would be my question to you. And I don't know if it is, but I haven't seen any increase in people begging in the streets, or, you know, I've seen some people on Facebook talking about how their sector's getting cut back. But I haven't seen any real evidence of that other than some talk. I haven't seen or heard any foreclosures going up, or unemployment rate increasing, or long lines at food pantries or anything like that. So just because you got laid off, and I don't mean to imply that it's not significant to you just in time. I'm sure you getting laid off felt bad. But people have always gotten laid off. So to you, again, we see the world as from our perspective. So you just were laid off. So to you, that's a bigger issue than it is to the rest of the world. You might be just a normal casualty of a changing economy. And I don't mean to be cold, but I'm just trying to say it like I see it. I don't see people out there begging for money. I see lots of jobs available. I'm still on Indeed and have tons of jobs sent to me every day. Jaron said, you kidding me? Drive around and see all the homeless. I drive every day. And I'm not seeing an increase in homelessness. I used to live in Chicago. There were guys that would live under the Lower Wacker Drive and would be there all the time. And there were people homeless in the streets in the 90s. So I think there's always been homeless. Again, I'm asking, is the unemployment rate higher than it ever was? Just because a guy named Justin Time hopped on my show, and I'm not even making fun of you at all, but just because somebody hopped on my show and said they were laid off doesn't prove to me that there's an economic problem out there. I mean, Justin Time, are you still there? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying it doesn't hurt for you to be laid off, But that doesn't, just because you were laid off doesn't tell me there's something that we need to change or fix. And hopefully we get that. Would I ever ride a motorcycle? I'd be much more likely to ride a scooter than a motorcycle. And I have owned a scooter. I sold it in February to move up to Wisconsin. I sold it for $1,700, paid some of my financial responsibilities, drove up here with a few $100 in my pocket, and no real place to live or no job to go to, but I found 2 jobs, and I live in a nice 1-bedroom apartment in downtown Appleton. Am I crazy? I don't think I'm crazy. What about a dirt bike? I don't know. No real desire for a dirt bike, really. I mean, I would like to be able to cruise down the roads and go see Wisconsin and the UP. So I don't have any real interest in a dirt bike. I'm not afraid of a dirt bike necessarily. I mean, I don't desperately have any desire. I feel too old to ride a dirt bike. It might beat the crap out of me. But I would love to get on 2 wheels again, and it'd be so cool. I get the chills just thinking about it. If somehow I could buy a scooter this fall and go for some long rides, I think it'd be awesome. Somebody said, not economic problem, a systematic problem. What problem are you even talking about, Jerron? I'm not sure what problem we're even talking about. I had a guy 15 minutes ago say, what about the layoffs? And I tried to inquire about it and have a fair conversation, but I'm not sure what problem. Homeless. Jerron says homeless. I mean, I've actually thrown out some real, okay, he's referring to the homeless problem. I mean, is there an increase in homelessness? Are there people? And maybe I'm sheltered here in Appleton, Wisconsin, but I don't see a rampant amount of homelessness where I'm at all. Where are you guys seeing these homeless people? I mean, I was homeless. But I mean, I don't think it was anybody's fault for it. Yeah. Oh. Is that a question, or are you glad I am sober? Are you asking if I'm glad I'm sober? Somebody asked me if I'm in recovery. They didn't even ask me. They said I was in recovery. I didn't really address it at the time, but I don't know that I feel like I'm in recovery. Again, I don't want to talk about alcoholism because I get in trouble with it. But I think we like to put these weird labels and make it feel like it's an ongoing battle when it's not. I just don't drink alcohol. So does that make me in recovery? Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm in recovery. I'm in danger of falling off some wagon. Where if I say I'm just choosing to not drink alcohol, there's really no risk of anything. All right, Jerron, you live in California. Is that where you live? You're not sober because California sucks. Okay, so at least we're getting somewhere. So you live in California and you see a lot of homeless people. Is that true? I mean, if you are seeing homeless people in California, okay. All right. So now at least we're getting into it. I mean, you're asking, do I drive around? Well, I don't drive through San Francisco, but I don't live there. All right. So now you're going, okay, there seems to be homeless people in California. I'd have to look at the policies that are there. I'd wonder if your governor's doing a good job. I wonder if these far left policies are good for California. I'd wonder if the loosening of drugs or the decriminalizing of and the defunding of police, I think were probably silly little mistakes. Somebody said California is basically a homeless paradise. Okay, well then I would say the problem is the policies in California. And again, I'm not an expert at what they are, but if the problem is California, I'm here in Wisconsin. I do not see a huge homeless issue. But if you're telling me there is in California, I'd wonder why. And I would have to think Gavin Newsom has something to do with it. Yeah. I would say whatever policies. So when we see Gavin Newsom running for president in 2028, let us remember what Jaron Boggs is saying, that California sucks. I don't know that California sucks. But if you're saying California sucks, does anybody else go to California? Does California suck? Somebody's saying there were homeless there before him. All right, well, so nothing's changing. If nothing's changing, we don't have to do anything. If there's just homeless people hanging out in California, I mean, are they bummed about it? I guess I want to know what problem we're trying to fix. You don't think there's many homeless in Wisconsin because it gets so cold in the winter? Well, there were a lot of homeless people in Chicago. Again, I've thought of I think we could fix the issue of homelessness in the world, but I think we would have to not increase government spending. I think we would have to mobilize the smartest of the smartest to figure out how to solve it. I think Jeff Bezos, who runs Amazon, could figure out how to could create warehouses of tiny condos for homeless people to sleep in safety, be fed, and be showered. If Jeff Bezos, if I can order a pack of batteries and they can be on my door in 2 hours, however he does it, however he made that company so efficient, he could also make housing and feeding of poor more efficient. But the problem is we just throw money into a pit that is the US government, and it gets spent in all sorts of stupid ways. But I think if we put our smartest people and our, the Jeff Bezoses or Elon Musk or whatever to work in a way to solve that problem, they could figure it out. They could build clean, safe housing for people that need a place to sleep. Yeah. But we don't, and we see homelessness, and we increase taxes on the rich, which would be fine if it went to decent money, or decent purposes. But when we increase taxes on the rich, we throw it in this big, horrid, inefficient machine that is government, that just creates more jobs, that study stuff and doesn't accomplish anything. And it's an endless cycle. Newsom said there's no water available. Come here. I got some water right here. Not so much I spilled some on my Green Bay Packers shirt. Am I a CIA plant? No. No, I'm just a guy drinking some coffee. Somebody said all the water has gone to growing almonds. Jones, do you really hate yourself so much? You should stop doing that. Yeah, you should stop hating yourself so much, Jones. Because that can't feel very good. Good morning, Stevie K official. You blame George Soros, Bill Gates, and Gavin. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you guys really want to engage in a nice conversation about this. Because you're talking about people and things I don't even know. I mean, I don't know a lot of stuff. But I don't mind talking about it. Yeah. But anyway, it's Tuesday morning. Oh, Justin Time sent $2. Well, thank you for sending me $2, Justin Time. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. We've had a glorious audience today. Not a huge audience, but again, I don't really care so much. I know when I hop on live, my audience grows a little bit every day. And trying to worry about like day-to-day fluctuations or results a little bit less, and keep moving forward a little bit. And that's what I'm doing today. And for me, moving forward today means wrapping up with you fine folks, eating a little something for breakfast, although I might not. I had a late dinner last night, but I hate to go golfing on an empty tummy. Heading out of the house in about an hour and doing a little golfing with a buddy. And I'm looking forward to that. And I hope you're looking forward to your day as well. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope your week started off fantastically yesterday. Hope you had a great night's sleep. Hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.